That's the old Steve Young, Jesse Sapolu play where he used to just tap the center 3 times and just take it. Go right up the middle. He's shown, though, he can play on college level easily and have a lot of success doing so.
See, plays like that work when you have formations like they do and the talent they do with the pro sets and the shotguns. It's not really using the shotgun, but the pro sets they use. And here's another one. Ball thrown out to the left. He's got a wide open receiver out there. Looks like Davis. Davis catches the ball at the 5, falls down, gets up to the 3-yard line. It'll be first down and goal at the 3.
And for a viewer at home, I want to make the point again. I'm tipping my cap to New Britain because you think by them throwing that they're rubbing it in, but they're really not. Justice Harrison, every time he touches the ball, breaks 8 or 9 tackles and scores. So you're actually giving them a chance by throwing the ball.
First and goal at the 3-yard line. 3:19 remaining here at Muzzy Field. New Britain with a 42-0 lead over Bristol Eastern. Johnson drops back to pass, has 2 receivers out right. Hits at the 41-yard line of Davis, and Davis goes in. Touchdown for New Britain. Mike Davis on the reception. Grabbed the ball at about the 1. And eventually went in for the touchdown. Now a 48-0 lead for New Britain.
And that's his second touchdown of the day in close. And the defender, again, is playing so far off that what are you going to do? He's, especially for a guy that is 6'1", 200 pounds. You can't play that far off and be smaller than him because you're just going to give up a lot of size, and then he's going to be able to push you around.
Before the extra point, the play's blown dead. Flag on the play. Let's hear what Skip Chase's call is. Looks like procedure here.
False start on
the offense. And if you look up and down the lineup, the difference of this team as far as size, height, and weight, and if you look up and down, it's really the experience factor plays into it too.
I think I counted it. I think New Britain's 22 seniors on their team. So and they have a good team. If they do go to states, they have a good team they're taking in the states.
And Garces with the extra point, which is good. Oh, no, it's no good. I'm sorry. 48-0. He's been so automatic today that I called that a little early. No good. 48-0. 3:05 remaining. Take another look at Davis's touchdown.
Here's 19 on the bottom right. Look at him right now. The defender already's first step is back. It's just pitch and catch. And again, when your first step is back and a guy's bigger than you, this is what he can do. Drags you in for the easy touchdown. Not that the effort wasn't there, Adam Zarowski, but he was so far off already. His first step was backwards.
Yep.
This guy only needs a yard. You can't back up.
Zadrozny goes 5'10", 185 pounds, and Davis, as you alluded, goes 6'1", 200. Which is who's bigger and who has a little more power at that point.
And momentum.
And Tony with some more info for us. Tony, what do you have?
Guys, even at 48-0, the discipline and confidence on the New Britain sideline is nothing short of gracious and professional. No high-fiving, no camaraderie, no silliness. It's all business. Line coach Todd Verdi is all over his offensive linemen to continue executing, and expect more of the same from New Britain, even with the second string in the second half. Be sure to tune in for the halftime festivities. It'll be the Battle of the Bands. It's not quite Hampton and Grambling, but New Britain and Eastern should put on quite a show. Back to you.
Thank you, Tony. And that's true. New Britain has been very professional about the way they've gone about their business, and that's a reflection on their coach, Coach Cochran, who came over from Bloomfield after winning many state titles. Has really, you can tell his team is a class team. Fred Rodriguez, just a squib kick there. Fred Rodriguez dropped on the ball at the 42-yard line of Bristol Eastern.
Much props to you, big fella. Good job, Fred Rodriguez. Stayed home, got the ball, and recovered it.
And that's where Bristol Eastern will start this set of downs. Dave Michaud pitches the ball out to Walker. Walker stopped immediately, and that's number 27. We are going to have to get that name.
We have to. He is a monster.
And we will grab that for you. But great play there. Got in the backfield quickly. Quick pitch to Walker. Really didn't have any running room, and the Golden Hurricane defense has really gotten through the whole day. Line has had great pursuit. Now 2:17 remaining here in the second quarter. 48-0 New Britain.
The guy's name, the young man's name, is Josh Jennings. Josh Jennings, tip my cap to you. You're playing a heck of a ball game right now, especially coming off the corner. He's been applying pressure, and he's been delivering big hits when needed.
We just need you to get on the roster next time, Josh. We're not on either of our rosters. That's why we haven't been able to give you credit, but great job so far today. Ball run up the middle. Another play that goes for nothing.
Number 68.
Third down and long here for Bristol Eastern.
My fault, Steve. Number 68, Mark Metrai. I'm sorry for butchering your name.
Marati.
He beat the pants off of the guy trying to block him and just tackled a pretty big fullback and out Bubba Blumenthal. That's great effort and a great job. He's been instrumental. We haven't really mentioned his name very much in the first half, but he's been a wall right in the middle.
Blumenthal, speaking of Blumenthal, we're wondering why he hasn't been used. Hasn't really been on the field as much as we would have thought with the loss of Dunlap. We thought that Blumenthal might get more action. He's 5'10", 185 pounds. Dunlap goes 5'8", 220. Figured do something to help Walker out. Obviously not much room for him to run today. Coach Krampus calls a timeout, 1:40 remaining. Second quarter.
Here's Marati. He's right over the center, and you see he just beats the center and makes a stop on Al Bubba Blumenthal all by himself. And I think the center, the one thing the center did was he stood up, straight up, and that was the mistake. But Marati's been there all day, and as well as all 5 down linemen. We have to tip our caps to them because they've really done an excellent job of solidifying that front and pushing that line of scrimmage back.
Marati, Gordon, Bodie have been tremendous all day. All go above 6 feet. Ball again right up the middle. Only about a 2-yard gain. That's going to set up a 4th and long. 1:32 remaining in the second quarter, 48-0. And not trying to knock Bristol Eastern, but you call a timeout and you come out with a play like that. Your feelings on that?
I don't know. I don't want to hurt anyone's feelings. So you're down 48-0. You got to try something else. Clearly, the fullback dive up the middle. We understand that you like that play, but it's not working.
Always the politician, Len. Always the politician. You running for some kind of seat? I thought election day was over. 4th and long, going to punt here again. Quills back to receive, along with Andrew Jackson at the 30-yard line.
Andrew Jackson, speaking of seats,
There you go. Speaking of politics, see how it all comes together?
Yeah, it does. Nice segue.
Looks like they're going to send out Wentland again to punt this time. Ball is at the 35-yard line of Bristol Eastern.
Just delay a game, trying to get to the half. You can't blame them, though,
Yep. Running the clock and trying to get into the locker room and assess things at that point. Wentland back at his own 23-yard line. No rush by the Hurricanes. Wentland with the punt. Better than what we've seen. Still not a great punt. Lands at the 43. Picked up at the 40. And that's Kamala Sumfalfenkti. Thank you very much. At the 46-yard line. Can we just refer to him like Ichiro? Just Kamala? Is that?
I'm going to refer to him as number 2. number 2.
And that's at the 46-yard line. That's where New Britain will start here. Only 22 seconds remaining in the first half. Again, 48-0 for New Britain.
And I hate to say it, Steve, if you're New Britain, you work on a pass play that you otherwise wouldn't run. You're up 48-0. Your starters will probably be out, and that's exactly what they're doing. That's called a wheel route.
Quills wide open, gets behind the coverage, drops the ball. Really the first mistake we've seen him make all day. Had it and then dropped it as he was bringing it in. He just lost control of the ball.
And I wanted to make a point of that, Steve. Something I would try if I'm New Britain, since you're already up. Here's a replay of it. You look at number 19. He's running a wheel route, and then everything else is timed up right. Again, great throw. This is the only knock today. The only thing Quills has done wrong is probably drop this. Maybe the ball wasn't even there. If you had a different view, maybe not. But anyways, you run a wheel route with Justice Harrison where you drag both receivers across the field, get him one-on-one with a safety or a linebacker, see what he does.
Here they are working on another play. No, ball handed up the middle. Harrison. One move, two moves. Line judge getting in the way. Another great move. Got out of a couple tackles. He made Scott Hurwitz really juked him. I think he's still picking up some equipment. at about the 50-yard line. 3 seconds remaining now in the first half, and you see the way that Harrison can cut.
The only thing I can look at him and think about, the guy I think of when I watch him run, really, is a young Roger Craig, because when this guy's running, he keeps his feet. Watch Justice Harrison on this replay. He has high knees going. He shucks off the first hit, and if you go low, look, he just keeps his legs moving. Look, he's just stepping out of everything. He looks like Roger Craig. That's the one guy I can think of. And I've never seen a high school player that reminded me of Roger Craig, so I tip my cap to him and go shake his hand at the end of the game.
His own player, number 51, Jordan Reynaud, got in his way. Then one of the officials got in his way, but didn't let anything stop him. Gained 3 yards. Third down now, and 3rd down and 5 at the 49-yard line of Bristol Eastern. 3 seconds remaining in the first half. Johnson will take a knee. Flag comes out on the play.
Reactive.
Coach Cochran walking out. Looks like it's going to be on the defense. See what they're going to call here. Referee Skip Chase. It's going to be the end of the half. End of the half here. 48-0. New Britain with the lead over Bristol Eastern. Let's go down to Tony Zalaski. We're going to go down actually in a moment to Tony. Tony is going to try to grab one of the coaches. Your appraisal of the first half action.
This is the best high school football team I've seen probably in 2 years. In my 2 or 3 years up in Connecticut, they have 3, like I said, 3 talented players, an unbelievable line, offensive and defensive, and they have some great ends. So you tip your cap to a team like this.
And Tony will have an interview with us in a moment, He's trying to grab Coach Cochran. He's actually walking off talking to some of the referees. 48-0 here at Muzzy Field. You see some of the band, great band from New Britain, waiting to come out on the field, along with that of Bristol Eastern. And again, we'll see what could happen here with Bristol Eastern if they can come out and score anything in the second half. But let's go now to Tony, who has Coach Cochran of New Britain. Tony?
Coach, putting up 48 is pretty impressive, but the defensive fact, no first downs allowed. How does that make you feel?
That was our goal coming in. We want to hold them to 0 first downs. The defense has been playing great all season. They really come together the last 2 weeks, and they're playing great defensive football.
Last few weeks have been pretty tough in the fact your starters aren't getting a lot of reps. Makes the second team better, but makes the first team maybe a little rusty.
Yeah. We're executing well on offense, and I'm happy with the effort in the first half. Really am.
Good luck in the second half.